Back to the news today of the young Jewish couple killed in an act of hate here in Washington, D.C. last night. Sarah Lynn Milgram, 26, Yaron Lashinsky, 30, two staff members at the Israeli embassy, were at an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum. They were gunned down by a man who then later shouted, "Free Palestine." We will rightfully remember them as a young, idealistic couple representing their country on the eve of their engagement. He'd already bought a ring for next week. Too often, though, we focus on the crime and the criminal and the motive rather than the victim. That was certainly the case in 1975 when legendary Frasier and Cheers actor Kelsey Grammer's sister Karen was kidnapped and murdered in a way that we cannot describe here. Brutal would be an understatement. He just wrote a book, Remembering His Sister, and the lessons we can all learn about love and loss. Karen, A Brother Remembers, is out now. Kelsey Grammer with us now. Good to see you. Thank you, sir. What is the lesson for those suffering dearly from loss, whether it be from murder or from any other loss of a loved one that you found 50 years later?
It's the lesson I'm trying to impart is that your grief will never go away, but that if you can, to restore as much of the goodness that you had in that relationship so that they can actually stand face to face and possibly cancel one another out so that you can actually still remember some joy.
I love the story you told about your sister dunking Oreos in Coca-Cola. It just was so vivid. I could almost taste it. What about her has still stuck with you? And if you figured that out, that the joy can come to life, what have you seen in her?
Actually, the joy that she had in living is something I still carry. That Coca-Cola thing is still a real thing.
I want to make one myself right now.
Nothing quite like it. I don't know how she came upon it, but I think we were 15. We were just sitting there watching the Johnny Carson show years ago together, and she just said, "You know what? This might be kind of good," and it was amazing. She also used to make chocolate chip cookies. That was her best thing. And so she had a sweet tooth, I guess, but. We had a marvelous relationship together, and losing her was a big thing in my life.
There's something I can see you now remembering her and seeing and laughing along. Does it require an amount of forgiveness for the person who killed her, or are you still able to maintain, I would think, a righteous anger, hatred maybe, and at the same time remember your sister?
It doesn't require forgiveness. The forgiveness I have actually expressed toward the man that killed my sister comes from a Christian perspective. To forgive is what we're commanded to do. So I have done that. Do I still have wrangling moments when I wish that I could just, cancel him completely from my memory and bring my sister back to life? Yeah, I do have those. And they will always be part of the wrestling game that I have with my life now. But Karen is with me, and Karen is, the greater joy is in my life now with her, rather than focusing so much on the tragedy. But it was a tragic, awful thing that took a long time to deal with.
You think it's different for a brother than it is for a parent?
Well, yeah, I do think that from the parent's point of view, yeah, protecting your kids is pretty dynamic, and that's I think the relevant part of it. As a brother, the older brother that I was, and the fact that we'd lost so many people before Karen died, I also had assigned myself the command, basically, to look after her. So that was I felt desperately short on that night, and tortured myself with that for a long time. Part of
it, I guess, I don't want to put words in your mouth, was forgiving yourself.
Yeah, that's in the book. I talk about that a lot, and Karen's sort of message was to try to forgive yourself, actually, and that I've gotten closer, and I did have some closure as a result of visiting where she was killed and visiting her in the last moments of her life, and that helped me immensely.
Do you think there is a lesson through what happened in Washington last night? A crime of hate versus, I don't want to characterize your murder sister with an adjective, but the crime of hate we saw here in Washington?
I think all crimes like this are crimes of hate. I don't know where they come from. I mean, there's this on this crime, there's that kind of crime, there's whatever it is. But and any act like that, this one, of course, is wrapped up in a sort of a traditional hatred, a habit of hatred that is hard to explain and even harder to understand. Anytime a person decides they have the right to take another person's life in that way, the point is hatred. Hatred is a road that actually paves the way to one's own destruction. It just does, and it doesn't stop.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.